Morning all. Today I am going to introduce you to the topic interview and self-reporting. So, interview. An interview is a structured conversation where one participant asks questions and the other provides answers. This interview is commonly used for job application or to gather information for article or shows. There are different types of interviews. First one is job interviews. As we can see, it's used to evaluate candidates for employment. The next one is informational interviews. Informational interviews are used to gather information about a specific topic or a company. Then there is panel interviews. In panel interviews, multiple interviewers actually access a candidate simultaneously. Means there are multiple interviewers and they will be accessing a particular candidate at the same time. Then there are structured interviews. In structured interviews, there is a standard set of questions and they use that questions to evaluate every candidate. Then there is unstructured interviews. In unstructured interviews, actually there is no set of prepared questions and the questions are open-ended. They can explain more and go in depth. They are not pre-prepared. So that is known as unstructured interviews. And next is stress interviews. The stress interviews are designed to test candidates' ability to handle the pressure. So attending that would understand how a person could handle to the stress or pressure. These interviews can be used in different contexts. The main and the most important one is employment. A job interview is a formal consultation for evaluating the qualification of the candidate. It is used to know whether the candidate is worthy for the position. Next, we can use this interview in psychology also. So many psychologists use variety of methods and techniques to try to understand and help their patient. Psychologists can use a battery of questions to complete what is known as psychiatric assessment. Next, criminologists and detectives also use cognitive interviews sometimes to understand the eyewitness or victims in a special cases. The next field is marketing and academics. In marketing, to know what the consumers think, to know their opinion, we can use interviews. The interviews can be also used in academic to understand whether a candidate is potential to become a teacher. The next field is journalism and other medias. Typically, a reporter covering a story in journalism conducts interview over the phone or in person to gain information. Reporters also interview government officials and political candidates for broadcast. And in talk shows or radios, in television, we can see a person hosts the program and they ask questions to other people, which is also typically an interview. Okay, that's all about interview. Now let's look into self-reporting. Self-reporting involves individual providing information about their own experience, thought, feelings, behavior or beliefs, often through questionnaires, surveys or interviews. And common method for self-reporting are questionnaire, surveys, interviews and diaries. Self-reporting or self-reports are used to gather information about subjective experiences, internal states and behavior that are difficult to observe directly. Like when we see a person, we cannot directly observe like what he is going through or his emotional state, but through self-reports it can actually be more clear. Now let's look into the advantages and disadvantages. The advantages of self-reporting are it can give access to private information, like something the other people cannot know. We know about ourselves, so we can report it as that. And it's cost effective. It is the most effective program. Large scale data collection can be possible. Like many people can do self-report on themselves simultaneously. So a large scale of data collection is possible. Questionnaires and surveys can be used to gather information from many people simultaneously. Now let's look into the disadvantages. It is a potential for bias. Like a participant may not be fully aware of their own behavior or motivation sometimes, and they can be influenced by social desirability. So we cannot always trust on these self-reports. The next disadvantages is reliance on self-awareness. The accuracy of self-reports actually depends upon the participant's ability to accurately recall and report their experiences. So as we all know, memory actually fades and we don't know whether he remembers or whether he reports the same thing as he has experienced. Then difficulty in interpretation, like a person may know everything about himself, but when he reports it to another person, it is not necessary that the person fully understand, and so there is a difficulty in interpretation, and this may not also actually reflect their actual behavior or experiences. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of self-reporting. So let me conclude this video. An interview is a structured conversation where one participant asks question and the other provides answer. It's commonly used for job application or to gather information about articles or shows. Then comes self-reporting. Self-reporting involves individual providing information about their own experiences, feelings, behavior or beliefs, often through questionnaires, surveys or interviews. So thank you all.